We're in Alvirne tonight, early game with 3 feet of snow coming on. I'm back from Jamaica. I wanted to do a game, but while I still have a tan, I'm Irish. These things go away in like 2 or 3 days, so I want to take advantage of that. Alvirne against Trinity. This is a game I'm really excited about. Alvirne's been maybe the surprise team in Division I. Just a very balanced, solid basketball team. Sam Bonnie Lyles has been really good for these guys. They've survived the loss of Danny Brown, their point guard who got hurt, and they're playing very well under first-year coach Brian Lynch. This is a big test for them today. Trinity, always one of the top teams, has had to replace a lot of guys from last year. Luke Testa, the only starter back. Connor Walsh, the only other rotation guy back. Matt Lemieux in his first year. They're playing hard for him. The thing with Trinity is, can they score enough points? Can they get consistent scoring? Justin Trickett, Connor Walsh. They've got the kids that can do it, but if they can get scoring night to night, that wins them basketball games. They've got some good wins on their resume. This would be another one if they can beat Alvirne tonight. This is the Auburn-Pitts game of the week. Dave Haley along with the great John Kesty. Auburn-Pitts, our friend Big Carmen Jean Petruzzi, supporting what we do. We really appreciate it. This should be a pretty good one. We'll have the highlights, play-by-play, and all of it. We bring it to you pre-blizzard on NASportspage.com. Center against Evan Hunt for Alvirne, getting it underway. And right away, Sam Bonnie Lyles, 2-0 right off the bat. Excuse me, that's Andrew Wetmore right off the bat. Trinity comes the other way, wide open shot. Corner, drills it. Nobody's coming out. Justin Trickett with the 3, and it's 3-2 Trinity. Capiano and Trickett exchange spots on the floor. Trickett's a kid they're expecting a lot out of this year. Connor Walsh, he can hit that. 3-2 zone right here by Alvirne. Trying to find the spots. Good pass down low and good finish there by Trinity. Keon Lambert. Nico team. And there really isn't one guy they're going to look to. Offensive rebound down low. Bonnie Lyles, the Twitter assassin, no good. And here comes the push. Keon Lambert has it. It's got Walsh, doesn't need him. Good finish. Keon Lambert down low. And it's 7-4 Trinity early. No teams look a lot like each other. I don't want to get killed on Twitter for that. Good dish on low. Trick it back out to Lambert. Connor Walsh thought about it. He's got a step, takes it. Good take by Connor Walsh. Good take. And the thing with Connor Walsh is you got to play that jumper because he can hit that. Dan Tucci's going to take the ball up top. He's in the game. Over to Andrew Wetmore. Good drive. Good stick right there by Sam Bonnie Lyles, the Twitter assassin, with the pull-up jumper. He's really improved his game. Testa brings it up, a little push off to get some space. Testa's got the ability to dribble, but not a ton of speed. Good jump hop move. Good finish, Luke Testa. Old school jump hops. And Alvirne's going to push it. Tucci has it. Kicks it out. No good. Keon Lambert has it. Back to Testa. He's got a couple of guys flying up the sideline. Capiano, good feed to Lambert. That's good. Just good secondary break right there. Everyone kind of filled their lanes, and a great pass by Nick Capiano. Tucci with the ball. Over to Andrew Wetmore. Into feed and finishes down low. Sam Bonnie Lyles. Oh boy. And that deflection right there saved a layup because Keon Lambert was wide open. Block and one, they're going to call it. Finishing at the rim, number 24, Andrew Wetmore for Alvirne. And Alvirne's played much better after he wants it again, doesn't have it. Back into that zone. Switching up defense, and Walsh is going to take it and make it. Hashtag Mike Gorman. Kind of didn't let the play develop. Richardson has it, high ball screen, nothing there. Can he take his man? No. Kicks it out to the corner, three-pointer. Good. Justin Glenser Thomas with 1 second left. And they close it to within 1. It's 23-22 Trinity with the lead. It's a good first quarter. It's annually the last couple of years. Everything Alvirne's trying to do is trying to find that cutter to the rim. Richardson has it, pulls it back out. Looking, there's that cut of the rim. Boy, is it amazing when you tell people what they're going to see right before it happens. Andrew Wetmore with the hoop. And that's the Alvirne off. Rebound down low, but it gets taken out of his hands by Notini. And Brett Richardson comes out with it. Notini on the move. Good pass to Wetmore, who's always moving. A timeout by Matt Lemieux. 28-26. Alvirne's taking their first lead. Richardson brings it back. Pull-up jumper. No good. There's Wetmore again. who may be going for Will Chamberlain's record tonight, 15 points early in this one. Another three for the corner. Justin Glenser Thomas. I don't know if he's a three-point shooter because everyone's going nuts when he hits it. Maybe he's just a nice kid. Has it. Secondary break. Wants it. Nothing there. Gets it back out. Capiano. Good look. Lambert goes strong. Off glass and in. Didn't look pretty, but it works. 31 where they need to be. He had Trickett. Doesn't get it. Walsh going to take it. Guy right in his mug. And Evan Hunt gets it in big numbers. Notini, but should have passed it to Sam Barney-Lyles. But Lyles steals it anyway. Has a pull-up, an awkward off-glass pull-up that he will not apologize for. Sam Barney-Lyles, the Twitter assassin, early in this one. But Alvirne's really controlled this second quarter in this zone. I just don't see if Trinity's got enough weapons to do anything against it. Another picked off pass. Notini's got a guy wide open, gets it to Wetmore, and boom, Wetmore's got 19 points in the first half. Testa chases it down and turns it right back over. Other way there. Connor Hodgson with the feed over to Dan Tucci. 53-36. Good picked off right there. Tucci, he's got three guys. Nobody for Alvirne gets back. And the foul. The only guy, Capiano, yelling at his teammates like, get back. Deflected. Evan Hunt gets it up to Wetmore. He's going to go to the hoop again. Tucci from the corner. Off. Evan Hunt finishes. Nice finish by Evan Hunt. Good rebound. Good finish. Away by Testa. Good hustle play. Knocked away back to Capiano. Out to Connor Walsh. Alvirne putting it on now. Testa brings it up. Danielson, jump hop, good dish. Trickett's there. Nice play. Tucci, bounce pass not going to get there. Numbers for Testa, but he just takes it himself and finishes. Sam Barney-Lyles dials it up. Right on, but no good. Carry by Testa, but they don't call it. Trickett finishes at the rim. 69-49. A little bit of life by Trinity here late in this one. Good block, but good finish by Testa, and Trinity playing hard at the end here. 71-53. Wetmore back out. I think right now Alvirne wants to be aggressive with it, and they do. Matt Lemieux's going to call a timeout after Wetmore scores. 73-53, 4:43 left in this one. Wetmore's got it, kicks it back out. And see, I think earlier in the game they would have taken that to the hoop. Oh, wide open. Wide open. Tucci down the lane. Tucci from Wetmore. 75-55. You can put a bow on this one. Brian Lynch, Alvirne, 6-2 now?
Yep.
6-2, nice win over Trinity. I was saying at the beginning of this game, you could be worried about the early start, like if they're going to be sluggish. Trinity, I thought, played pretty well, but boy, they really kicked in a huge second quarter for you guys, and I thought everything was going to the basket. You know, you were talking about, I heard you say during one time, it was move without the ball and good things will happen. You felt pretty good about that?
Yeah, that's something we've been talking about. After the Bedford game, we put up, I think, 53 points in the entire game, including one quarter with only 4 points, just because we were, bombing away three balls.
That's hard to imagine, yeah, after putting up 83 tonight, yeah.
Yeah, we just talked a lot about making sure you're reacting to the basketball, backdoor cuts, and looking to get more high percentage shots instead of just relying on the three ball.
You lose Danny Brown. It was a really good point guard for you guys as quarterback on the football team. Kid knows how to run an offense. But you got Brett Richardson and George Notini, I think, do a really good job, handling the ball. It's nothing flashy, but they don't turn it over. They get you in your offense. They pull the ball out, and when you want to run a set. But that's a luxury to have that many guys who can handle the ball like that.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of kids that we can just put in there, and we know that they can play. So we feel like we have a really deep team, especially at the guard position.
Yeah.
We have a lot of interchangeable guys, a lot of guys that can put up points and pretty talented. So.
Andrew Wetmore is a kid who's kind of come on for you guys. 31 tonight.
31. Wow. Yeah, he's one of the smarter players I've ever coached. He just knows where to be out there.
Yeah.
I don't think he took a shot maybe over 7 feet. They were all pretty much layups, but he just knows how to move without the basketball and put himself in a good position to score.
And your first season, but you guys 6-2, almost to the halfway point. Where do you? I know there's a long ways to go, but I mean, where do you guys fit in? I mean, how do you guys fit in the hierarchy? You've kind of seen 2 undefeated teams, Londonderry and Central, but a lot of 2-3 lost teams like yourself. So it seems like it's a big mix.
Yeah, I think just one game at a time. Every game's gonna be a battle.
You're like a crafty veteran at this already.
Yeah. Well, it is one game at a time.
Yeah.
Just focus on Friday night. And
who do you get Friday?
Concord.
So good start here. Brian Lynn 6-2 in his first season. Nice win for Alvirne tonight.
Thank you.
Good win for Alvirne tonight. 83-62 over Trinity. Andrew Wetmore 31 points tonight. Sam Body Lyles. Did you know that? Sam Body Lyles, the Twitter assassin. We're going to be real nice to this kid. And Evan Hunt, center here, 6-2. So we're going to start off with kind of routing you guys up, but I get the impression from you guys, you feel like this is a good program, a lot of Final Fours. Do you feel like people are kind of overlooking you guys early in the season a little bit? He's already nodding his head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a little bit. You feel like, I was talking to your coach, there's a lot of 2-3 lost teams in this division. Obviously, D1, it's a tough game almost every single night, but how do you guys feel like you fit into this whole thing early, almost halfway through the season?
I mean, a lot of teams can play. I mean, it really just depends on who shows up that night. There's no easy games, so it just depends on who executes that night.
Yeah. Andrew, you kind of had it going on early on, and one thing I really liked about watching you guys tonight is everything goes to the hoop. A lot of back cutting, a lot of movement. I heard Coach Lynn say to you guys, if you move without the ball, you're going to be fine. But when did you know you kind of had it going? And a lot of your shots you were finishing an N1 early on, but when did you feel like you saw an avenue to the lane and you could have a big night? Because 31 points is a big night.
Yeah, definitely. Beginning of the first quarter when they were playing tight and you could just easily go right by them.
Yeah.
They didn't even realize it was happening.
Yeah.
Happened 4 times right in a row and they couldn't even catch on.
Yeah, I think this big guy opens up a lot of it. You had a couple of nice putbacks, Evan, early in this one. You're a kid who we saw in the Jamboree against West, and I look back at that Jamboree game. That was a pretty good game, I mean, the opener there, they're one of the best teams in Division II, but how do you feel like you've kind of come on as the season's, I know your coach was really high on you in the preseason, but how do you feel like the season's gone for you so far?
It's gone pretty good. I'm just doing my job. Coach wanted me working down low. It's mostly my job down there, and push out sometimes because I can shoot, so it tells me to push out the big guy sometimes. So.
Do you guys have as good as chemistry as it looks like? The way you guys move the ball and share the ball and so forth?
Oh yeah. Andrew, he's always backdoor catching. It's awesome. He's always making the nice backdoor. We always find him. He's always catching his defender off guard all the time. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, Sam, kind of with interesting with you guys, you lose Danny Brown, who's a really good point guard. But then you get, Brett Richardson does a nice job, and then George Nantini, who, a heck of a football player as well. Those guys are fine. I mean, they run the offense. They don't turn over. They back it out when they need to. They run it when you want to push the ball. But you got to have supreme confidence in those guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're a deep team, so when we lost Danny, I mean, yeah, it sucks, and we want him back. But, we got depth, and we're confident in the guys back there running the point.
Those guys open up a lot for you guys, probably. Like he's talking about cutting back door. And if those guys find you, those are easy hoops for you.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely some of the smartest kids in this team. They know how to move the ball and look for the open guy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good win for Alvirne. They've got Concord this week, who hasn't won a game yet. So the chance to open this thing up, get 7-2. Good W tonight, 31 points from this guy, Sam Body Lyles. Evan Hunt. Alvirne moves 7-2. Nice W tonight over Trinity.